And one of the things I wanted to talk about first was this video that kind of went viral recently. Was you're over in New Zealand and a parent asked you, how do I know if my child is talented? And your response, I think, kind of it hit home with a lot of people, and it resonated in a way that not many people have been that blunt and honest and spoken about, spoken about it in that way. And I think it had over 1.5 million views on Facebook, and that was just from this one page. And I thought the response was brilliant. And can you talk a little bit about basically about that question and that response, and why you think it resonated with so many people?
Yes, no problem. And it's always great to be on with you, mate, and talk all things swimming and sport. Yeah, that as my kids said, I said I've become viral, and one of them said, "No, Dad, you're more like a virus. It's just keep me grounded and stop me thinking too far ahead." But it's a very common question that I've been asked in sporting parent discussions, which I've been doing around the world for 20 years. And a parent will often talk about their own child in terms of their athletic ability. And in swimming, someone will commonly say, "Wayne, I've got a really talented 8-year-old backstroker, and what sort of training should they do?" And I generally come down very hard and say, look, there is no such thing as an 8-year-old champion backstroker or an 11-year-old superstar freestyler. They just happen to be kids who at that moment in time in their development just happen to do that event a little better than the other kids at their age and stage of development. And it is a little bit blunt and confronting because we all love our kids. You know, you and I are dads, and we love our kids more than life itself. And we want nothing more than to see them have every opportunity to be successful in life, to be happy, to realize their potential. And the emotion of believing that my son is a star or my daughter's brilliant at anything is very normal and natural. But also as professionals, we look at it and think, well, hang on a minute, we have seen thousands and thousands of these talented young kids, so-called talented young kids from 8 to 10 years of age, who are winning everything. They're winning the state 100 freestyle by 15 meters. They're dominating their age group at 8, 9, 10, 11. And at 14, 15, 16, we're not seeing them at all. They're not even in the sport, or if they are, they're certainly no longer dominating. And when you talk to great athletes, and I'm talking Olympic champions and world record holders, and you talk to them about what have been the real factors of success, what's led them to be so brilliant, you never hear things like a big VO2 max or great lactate tolerance capacity. It's always around, I love the sport. I just love the sport. I really enjoy being in the sport. I love training. My coach is amazing. I can't wait to get to work out and hang out with my friends. So what the great athletes are telling us is that the love of the sport and the enjoyment of the sport and the experience of the sport and teammates and working with great coaches, they're the things that really matter, and they're the things that keep them swimming. And so the purpose of that presentation was very much to say to parents, look, love your kids by all means, but stay grounded. Your job is not to put them forward as superstars and great athletes. Your job is to love them unconditionally, to value and accept them for no reason other than they are your child, and not to value and accept them for what they do, but to value and accept them and love them for who they are, which is being your child.